Hello children, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to explain about light and shadow. Are you ready? Luminous bodies, artificial, propagation, transparent, transient, divergent, convergent, rectilinear, VG or eclipse. We need light to see the world around us. It makes things visible to us. Light is a form of energy that helps us to see objects. For an object to be visible, light from a source has to fall on it, bounce back from its surface and then enter our eyes. Objects that are capable of giving out light by themselves are called source of light or luminous objects. So these objects can be divided into natural or artificial. The sun and the stars are natural luminous objects, and lead, bulb, a lighted candle and a torch light are some examples of artificial luminous objects. Objects that do not emit light of the role are called non-luminous objects. For example, a book, a piece of stone, a log of wood are non-luminous objects. Propagation of light. Light is a form of energy that either travels from its source or is reflected from a non-luminous body. Light can travel through vacuum. The speed of light is about 3 lakh kilometers per second in vacuum or air. The sun is about 1500 lakh kilometers away from the earth. Even at this great speed, light takes a little more than 8 minutes to reach the earth from the sun. Based on the ability of light to pass through them, different materials can be grouped into three main categories. Materials that allow light pass through them completely are known as transparent materials. Examples: clear glass, clear water, air and cellophane paper are examples of transparent materials. Materials that allow light to pass through them partially are known as translucent materials. So, ground glass, frosted glass, thin nylon fabric and butter paper are some examples of translucent materials. You cannot see clearly through them. Materials that do not allow light to pass through them at all are known as opaque materials. Wood, cardboard, thick cloth, metal, leather and some plastic are examples of opaque materials. And we cannot see through an opaque material. Rays and beams of light. A very fine or narrow path of light is called a ray of light. It is represented by a line with an arrowhead showing the direction in which light is traveling. A collection of rays of light is called a beam of light. Any source of light, small or big, always gives out a beam of light. Depending upon the direction of the rays of light in a beam, it can be of three types. Number one, parallel beam of light. Next, divergent beam of light. Last one, convergent beam of light. Light rays received from a very distant source such as the sun are considered to be parallel. A parallel beam of light is represented by a set of parallel rays. Divergent beam of light. When light is given off from a small source, for example, a candle, the rays appear to spread out or diverge in all directions. Such a beam is called a divergent beam of light. Next, convergent beam of light. When a light rays from a nearby large source come close to meet or converge at a single point, it is called a convergent beam of light. Rectilinear propagation of light. Light travels in straight lines as long as it is traveling in the same medium. This property of light is called rectilinear. Propagation of light. If an opaque object is placed in the path of light, the light gets blocked. So, if light could travel in a curved path, it would find a path around the object and continue to travel. But this does not happen. You may have seen a streak of light coming in a dark room through some opening in a window or a door. Applications of rectilinear propagation of light. Shadows form because of rectilinear propagation of light. Day and night occur because of the fact that light travels only in straight lines. And eclipses occur due to rectilinear propagation of light. And a pinhole camera works on the principle of rectilinear propagation of light. Light has 7 colors. Children, have you ever seen your rainbow in the sky after the rains? You can see bands of different colors in the rainbow. The colors come from sunlight. Sir Isaac Newton, a great scientist, was the first to show that ordinary white light is made up of 7 colors: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. When an opaque object is placed between a source of light and a screen, it blocks the path of light, forming a dark area on the screen. So this dark area is called the shadow of that object. Lunar eclipse. When the earth comes in between the sun and the moon, it blocks sunlight from reaching the moon's surface. Thus the shadow of the earth to falls on the moon and the shaded part of the moon cannot be seen. This is called a lunar eclipse. During the partial lunar eclipse, only a part of the moon is covered by the earth's shadow. So, in a total lunar eclipse, the moon is completely covered by the earth's shadow.